Welcome back to Chainsawfaddiction, guys. This is part 2 of the 2 sketchy birch trees, and I just wanted to say this was a fun job. I was using the steel. This is my 372s, as usual, acting up, but it's a good saw. It runs good, obviously. Cuts good. Nice square grade on it. Anyway, we'll hop right into it here on tree number 2, and I'll throw a link up in the top to the first video if anybody missed that one. But yeah, let's get right to it. Alright, so tree number 1 is basically all but gone at this point. This is tree number 2. It is obviously a considerably smaller tree, but it has a substantial lean again towards the house. And like I said before, same thing. The roots will be the thing to give up, the ground around the roots. Here in Alaska, the season we call breakup, where other places call spring. The ground gets really soft, and every year this tree is probably a little closer to just falling on the house. So our plan here, we have a line going almost directly opposite the camera there. You probably can't see it. It goes to a tree over on the other side, which has a pulley on it, and then we've got the line coming back to a tree behind that's actually only about 20 feet to my left here, and we've got the chainsaw winch hooked up. Did that for a little bit of extra leverage so that the winch can hold it easier. The idea is to throw this tree that way. Can you get that angle? That way. So there's the there's the big stump that we just left, right? And just to the left of that, there's another birch. Hopefully not taking out any of the limbs on that birch. That's the plan. I don't even know, this tree isn't really that tall, so it shouldn't be an issue. We're just using the winch to overcome the lean, right? So I'm gonna get up here. I'm gonna clear out around the stump, because on a tree like this, you really do not want to fall the tree from the low side of the tree. And when fallers talk about low side and high side, what they're talking about is, obviously, this tree has a lean. Very few trees grow straight up. Most of them have a lean a little bit one direction or another. But on a leaning tree like this one, a massively leaning tree, the low side is the side where the tree is lower to the ground. That's all it means. But you don't want to, if you can avoid it, you don't want to be on the low side of the tree when you go to fall it, because if something were to go wrong, that's where the tree wants to go. So I'm going to clear out around the high side a little bit, just so that I can cut from there. So to give you an idea, this is the line, right? We shot it up with the, I could have thrown it up there, honestly. It's not very high. It's only about 10 or 15 feet high. But it's up in the tree that we intend to fall. Alpine butterfly cinched it up. The line goes down over to another healthy birch. And we've got a nice strap around the birch so that it won't damage the tree. Pulley attached to the strap, and now the line goes, yeah, it's got some tension. Now the line goes back to another healthy birch with another strap on it, and there's the chainsaw winch. So we've got, yeah, get that. Look at the tree. Ready? We have very good command of that tree with this setup.
And the house right there.
And the house right there. So right now the theory is that, again, birch is strong. I should be able to put an undercut in it, lay it right down here. We shouldn't have to rely too much on the winch. It again is a safety precaution, but it is extra nice to have like we have right now, we have pre-tension on the line, which just lifts it out of its lay, its natural lay a little bit, which would be on the house.
Let's cut it.
Let's cut it. So I'm gonna take a little bit of extra time aiming this because I normally fall from the other side of the tree. I think most people do. It's more natural with the saw. With a full wrap handle, it does make it very possible, very easy to fall from this side of the tree. And I do have sights on this side of my saw, but it's just not something that I do all the time. So I'm gonna take a little bit of extra time making sure that I've got it aimed right. So now I'm super glad that we hooked up that winch because that ain't gonna hold nothing.
That is rotten in there.
Now, again, Birch is super strong and it'll probably be just fine, but I'm really glad we have the winch for security. So, good stuff. I wanted to aim up here because I knew it was gonna drift, right? With the weight. That's perfect.
Yep,
I got no problems with that. Man, look at that stump though. Holy shnikes.
Oh man, that is.
Get right down
Oh
in there.
my word. So give it a size perspective. Put your hand. So that is.
I can't touch anything down there.
Wow. So
Yeah.
it's a good thing Birch is strong. That would not have made it
Yeah,
much
if that was a
further.
cottonwood, well, if that was a cottonwood, we wouldn't even tried that.
Yeah.
But, man,
That's an impressive amount of rock.
yeah, you just never know.
cuts there. Thanks for stopping by today, guys. Have another video out in a couple days, and please consider subscribing. Bye.